Good afternoon, everyone. We will start this session at 2:05. Let's everyone join this session. Okay, and before that, if you're having any doubt, let me know. Okay, regarding yesterday class and before the yesterday class. Okay, so I think today's Java script will be completed. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, once again. So, let's start the session. So, if you're having any doubt regarding last session, so let me know. Okay. So, in last session, we talked about term, and we will continue from the term here. My screen is visual, everyone, properly. A little bit, I can zoom out. So, okay. Okay, thank you. Any doubt? Anyone having any doubt regarding last class? Anyone having any doubt, guys? Can I continue? Can we move forward, guys? Uh, Please try to practice with me because this is a very short term sessions. Okay, so please try to follow me, okay, and do what homework is given to you. Okay, so now I will make another .html. Okay, so this is one, and then we know using this we can abbreviate what abbreviation we will get. Okay, so I'm going to give the name Tom, like this, right, and methods. Okay, so here I'm going to make some element. Okay, first I am going to make a one element, that is a div. Okay, so I will make a first div here, and here I have to give the, okay, I have to provide the ID of the div, and I will provide just a simple name, that is my div. You can give my element any name. Okay, my element. So I'm going to give my element name, and then I will. This is visible, and am I audible properly, guys? I hope this is visible and I'm audible properly. Okay, thank you. Today. Okay, so I will make one more deep. Okay, here one more deep, and we will going to make. And here inside div I will write something like here I am going to write hello world. Hello PUBG student, right? So okay, here I will make one class. Okay, class, and I will provide any name like my class. Okay, simple. So here I'm going to give something like how are you everyone. Okay, then I will make one more div. Okay. And I will provide the same class name. Okay. So we know class will be same for many elements, but ID should not be same. Okay. And like this, this here I can write something different like okay, like you are going to be a web developer after this certification, right? So I made three things. Okay, one is 3D, and in first D I having something. So let's start this, and it will look like this. Okay. Hello, object student. How are you, everyone? And you are you will be not you will be a web developer after this certification, right? So let's start writing the DOM, right? So I will make a script here, right? Script here. Uh, Here we gonna write something. So here we can write the JavaScript. Okay. And yesterday we talked about the get element by ID, right? So how to get element by ID? So using this get element by ID, and I'm consoling log this. Okay. Similarly, yesterday we already seen this, right? Then you can also do something. Okay, this is something. This is like this. Okay, document dot get element by ID, and where I mention my element, right? Okay, or we can also do this thing like that if you're not able to understand. For better understanding, we can remove it, and we can make a variable, right? Variable like something uh, element by ID, right? Uh, it will be understandable, right? So like this document dot get element by ID. Okay. And what it will return, I am going to write here. Okay, I'm going to print here. Similarly, we having get element by tag name. Okay, so where I will write where, and I will write element by tag name. Okay, name. And there is a functionality documents. Okay, when you write a document and dot, you will see many thing abbreviation here. So document dot, and when you write a get element by class name, and here you can write a div, right? We can write div simply. So using a tag name, you can also use this thing. Here I'm going to console this thing. Similarly, like same as we having another one that where get element by class name. Okay, and document dot get element by class name, and I'm going to provide this class name. Okay, so what I will get in a div inside using tag name, I will get all of three, right? Using this ID, I will get only this, right? Using this, Okay, using this I will get these two, right everyone? So like this. Okay, and again there is a one more query selector, that name is okay, element y class name is done, tag and id, and then we having a element uh, selectors. Okay, so what is working of that? So when you write a document dot, okay, and you having a query selector, right? So like in css, to represent a id we use has, right? So similarly you have to provide a class name. Okay, it will work on the uh, class name also. For that, what you have to give, dot and class, or dot and name of the class. What is the name of the class? My class, right? So you here you can also do that. Okay, so here I'm going to take only this my element. Okay, then we having one more that is used to call uh, element query selector, and I will giving here all. Okay, and okay, so there is a little bit difference between two. You can also do this here, but the right way, use class inside the query selector all. Okay, so here you can give the class and here you can provide the id. Okay, like this. So this is a way. Let's see what is output here. Okay, so when I will inspect this thing and I will go in a console, there is the error. Where is the error? Okay, element by tag name. Okay, it is okay. In starting, it is okay. This one is also okay, and this one is also okay. Okay, and all thing is fine, I think so. This one is also okay, right? So what is the error here? Unexpected token. This where I use this. Where we refer something extra on which doc HTML17. Okay, dot HTML17, where element equal to something like this. Okay, this is okay. But what is the problem here? At the 17, there is nothing. I'm getting this thing. This is running properly. But yeah, I'm getting this thing. Actually, this is a problem of live server. Sometimes it doesn't work. Yesterday we got that thing also. So what we can do? Okay, if there is a error inside some software. So here you can see I select this element, right, in a beginning, and I print this thing. So I'm getting that thing, right? So I am able to select the whole thing, right? Then I am getting this HTML collection 3, and I am getting all these div in a array, right? And then here I am getting these two in a array, right? Div dot class 0 and 1, length is a 2. Okay, then here I am getting one element, and again here I am getting two element. Okay, you can see this thing. So this is a working of query selector. Okay, these are the query selector that is used to select the element of a HTML, right? Anyone having any doubt in this query selector? Any doubt? Anyone having? Guys, you having any doubt in this query selector? First selector we see get element by id, right? Then get element by tag name. So it will select only the id. Okay, that is applicable for only one element. Then get element by tag name, then get element by class name, then query selector, and then query selector all, right? Now, so this is a query selector. Anyone having any doubt in the query selector, guys? Can I continue? Can I continue, guys? Okay, so let's like work with this. Okay, so these are the selectors. Okay, now let's talk about the methods. Okay, so if I talk about the method, so using this selector where, and I am writing new element. Okay, I want to add a new element in my HTML. Okay, so how can I do that using JavaScript? And I will use document.create_p. Okay, that means I am going to create a paragraph. Okay, and here what can I do? I can write this, and inside that what is the content? Okay, so you have to mention new element. Okay, this one, this variable dot, okay, and text content. Okay, when you write text content, and I'm writing this is paragraph, this sorry this paragraph created by JS. Okay, okay, so I am adding this thing. Okay, then you have to do what you have to do. You have to just use document dot, okay, just do this thing, document dot body dot append child. Okay, and basically you can write new element. Okay, so pass this new element. Okay, so I created a new element. Let's see the output of this. Yeah, this is a paragraph created by JS. Okay, so now we are able to insert a new element inside our HTML by using JS, right? So this is one concept. Let's see the new one. So if I want to remove this element, so what I have to do? So where element remove, I have to write this first, and then document dot same procedure. You have to select that element. Okay, so what we can do, Here we don't provide anything, right? So we can use element by element. Sorry, after document we have to write get element by tag name, right? Get element by tag name, and I will mention a p here, okay? And simply you can write element dot remove and zero, okay? So then you insert something, okay? It looks like a zero, okay? So it will be like a zero, okay? So I will write element remove zero, okay? Every element, we know every element in our DOM tree, in a tree, okay? And we know p in a at a, there is only one p, okay? And what will be indexing of a p, if it is only one, so it will be on a zero position, okay? It will be on a zero position, so simply you can remove, okay? So let's see. I'm not able to see. This is my paragraph, right? So this is a way to remove the paragraph, okay, using DOM. Okay. Okay. So now you can provide something like color. Okay. You can also design. So how can you able to design? So I'm going to select my element first. So we already select that thing, right? Element by ID. Okay, we having that. I will use that element by ID. Here, style. Okay, style using DOM. Okay, so first I will use element by ID. Okay, so like that you can write style dot color. Okay, red. And similarly you can use a background. Also you can make a element by id dot style, okay, dot font, okay, font size, okay. You can also decide the border, padding and margin using this, okay. So you can like explore this thing, okay. Element that you selected, okay, that variable dot style, and after that what you want to make changes using css properties. Here you can say hello object students, right? Right, everyone? You can see we can able to design using a DOM. Okay, so this is a way to design this. Okay, and how can you remove this property? Every property. Okay, so simply you can write if you want to remove this style, some style on the element. So element, sorry, element by id dot you can write style, okay, simply, and dot remove property, okay. After writing this which property you want to remove, okay. So like that I want to remove this, okay, yellow, okay. So I can mention background color, right? Background color. So see here, here there is a no background color, right? Okay, so this is a working of, this is how you can remove some property, okay. So this is a way to apply style on your HTML element using DOM. Okay. Now, how can you set attributes? Okay. How can you set a new class for something? Okay. So, uh, let's see. How can you set attribute and how can you get the attribute? Okay. So, attribute meaning of that, if this is a class name, okay, and I want to change the name, that I want to provide a new class. Okay, so how can you get that thing? Okay, so here you can write var element. Okay, simply I will write element. Here I can write document dot. Okay, so simply I will get my ID. Okay, and get my ID, and we are having one ID. This. Okay, so I'm getting the first this one. Okay, here my element. See, there is a no class. Okay, I want to add one class here. Okay, there is ID, and I want to add here class also. Okay, so how can I do? So here I will define this thing, and then here I can mention element dot set attribute. Okay, and here you have to provide the property what you are going to give the property, and here I am going to give the name, not my class. My class is already there. So new class. Okay, I will provide a new class. Okay, so this is a way to set the attribute. How can you get that attribute? Okay, so let's verify. So where let's verify that. I'm going to take a class name. Okay, and here you can see element. There will be already given element dot. Okay, get attribute. Okay, and provide a class. Okay, and I will console the class name. Let's see, we will get a new class. Okay, we're getting a new class, right? That means there is a attribute. Okay, so this is a way to set the attribute and get a attribute. How can you remove this attribute? Okay, so simply you can eliminate dot remove. Okay, remove attribute and simply provide something what you which attribute you want to remove. Like if you provide a id, it will remove a id. So here I will provide a class. Now we are able to remove the class. Okay, so after that if I want to console log, okay, after that it will give, yeah, it will give after that also, because uh, after that if we get, then I don't think there will be a class. So here, yeah, we are getting error. Class name is not defined, right? Because we remove already. Okay. So this is a way to set attribute and get a attribute using now. Right, everyone? Anyone having any doubt up to this? Any doubt, guys? Please be active, everyone. Okay, so let's see. Um, so this will be the last about the DOM. Okay, I'm not going it deep in a DOM. You can like search about the DOM. So there is some events. Okay, using a DOM. Okay, so let's see. Oh, so event using DOM. So there are some events. So there is an event that is a click. Okay, add a listener when you click something. Okay, so click is a one event. Okay, so you will get you clicked. Okay, so when I will click here, I'm not making any button here, right? There is no button, but when I click here, I'm getting you clicked here. Okay, here you clicked. So this is a one event. Okay, so this is we called event. So okay, so clicked is a one event, or like that we having a cursor, this cursor. Okay, so this cursor will be a one event. Okay, this cursor will be considered as an event also. Okay, so let's see the example of cursor. Okay, okay. See how it is working. Let's understand this code. I didn't make you understand this. So here you having I take the first element, this one. Okay, I select my first div using get element by id, this one. Okay, and okay, so after that there is a functionality element dot add event listener. Okay, and here I make a function click. Okay, here on a click, this is called event, and on a click I am calling a function, okay, that we will alert us. Okay, so alert is the same as a console. If you don't know, let's talk about alert. Okay, so alert is the same as a console on a browser. It provide a alert. Okay, something like some message. So it is used to represent some message. Okay, so this is something. Now let's talk about here. So on alert, when you click, I will get this message. Okay, like if I remove this and I will want to give you hello, hello. Okay, so I will get hello on a click of this. I'm getting hello, right? So this is a use of a event. Okay, so click is a one event, and second event will be the cursor. Okay, so let's make some cursor. So here I'm experimenting this thing on the same. So when I hover the mouse, it will become red. Okay, so when I will see, normally it is like that, but when the mouse will go here, sorry, this is not working, I think so. I will make it is already red, right? Can I make it green? Okay. Yeah. When mouse is here, it will green. Okay. So when mouse remove, let's make a background color. Okay. Okay. Back. Sorry. Red. I will mention red. Here I will mention dot background color. Getting this? Before that, see, before that is like this, and when cursor come up, it will like this. Okay, so let me use this one to make you understand properly. So this is a div. Okay, so when I refresh this, it look like this. Oh, sorry, it's look like this. And when my mouse pointer came here, it will become a red. Okay, whole div will become a red color. So okay, so this is a second uh, event listener. Okay, so before that I forget to tell you adding something. Okay, so let's see this example. Mouse out is also mouse over one event listener. So there is a many things that depend on mouse cursor. Okay, you can explore by yourself. Okay, before that I forget to tell you. I'm going to use here. Okay, so how to use class list. Okay, that we get in. You can see we are getting something in a list. So how to use that thing? Okay, so let's make something like this. Okay, where element is equal to document dot get element id and okay, then I am adding some class here. Okay, that is the new class. So first I think I have to remove this thing. Okay, set attributes. So up to this I will going to comment out, or it might be it will give some error. So here we having this. Okay, I'm adding and removing and then toggle. Okay, so inside toggle I will provide a active. Okay, right, so this is a some list. Okay, this is a use of class list element dot class list. Okay, so it is used to element dot class list. It is used to add. We can add element using this. Okay, we can add attribute, we can remove attribute, and we can toggle that thing. Okay, so let me comment out this thing first. Okay, this cursor, I will share this code, don't worry, in the last. Here we can see, let's go here. I will inspect that. Okay, so when I toggle here, you can see this. Okay, here if I give you console of this, you will get this thing. Console dot log, sorry, not for this. control shift. Okay. If I make a var some, okay, and equal to this, then you can see similarly we have to see and I will write some. So I'm getting new class name undefined. Sorry. How to get a class element dot get attribute, right? So we have to print this thing, not that thing. I'm getting new class, right? Okay, so this is a working of class list. Then how to use using how can you use class name? So using class name, how can you use this thing? So okay, you can use like element dot, okay, element dot set attribute, okay, and here you can give not the final, okay, like this final class. I give the name, okay, and then when you console, okay, when you console dot log this and same thing, okay. So here you can mention uh, class attribute, okay, class um, attribute, okay, and here I will provide a comma, so it will be okay. Now class attribute final class I am getting. So this is the use of class name, okay, simply. So anyone having any doubt here inside a DOM manipulation? So this is a DOM manipulation, okay. We are talking about many things. So anyone having any doubt, guys? So this is your homework to practice this, okay. Okay, I will show you a beautiful website using a event listener only, okay. Let me search where it is. So using only the event, I made some like whole website, okay, where we use many things. So using DOM, this is a very good. This will be the very good example. Using only DOM, how can you use like make a good website or a game? How can you create a game? Okay, so here you can see this is a reptile interactive. Okay, so here I write nothing in a body. I use only DOM to insert element. Okay, I use only JavaScript here. So using only the JavaScript, you can able to create. Okay, now let's run this first. See guys, it will follow my cursor. This reptile will follow my cursor only. See, so this is a use of only, I use only JavaScript to make this. Okay. See the movement. Okay, so this is nothing, only the logic of the JavaScript. Okay, everyone. So try to research about the DOM. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt? Anyone having any doubt, guys? Anyone? I will share the code. Okay, and try to like make a website using HTML, CSS, and JS. Okay, so you can make a very good portfolio. Okay, so this is your homework for this week. Try to create a portfolio using HTML, CSS, and JS. Okay, understand everyone? This is your homework. You have to create one portfolio, and you can live using GitHub. Okay, you can live that. If there is only HTML, CSS, and JS, you can live. Okay, so if you created, so let me know how many want to know how to um, deploy the HTML, CSS, and JS site using GitHub. How many one of you want to know? How many of you want to know how to deploy the HTML, CSS, and JS? If you're like, you can add that portfolio in a resume. So, see, yes, I will open my GitHub. Okay, and I don't think there is a HTML any file. Let me see. Uh, 3 years ago, okay, I made this. Okay, Starbucks, right? So here you can open this and just go in a setting. Okay, now here you will see these pages. Okay, okay, so I use this thing actually. uh, I already use this thing, so there is no free. I will show you. Okay, so this is the one portfolio. Okay, just click on a setting. Okay, and pages. Okay, so here you have to select main. Okay, and it will be root only. Okay, And GitHub action here, just click on deploy branch. Okay, and okay, that's it. After some time, okay, after some time you will get a link. Okay, you will get a deploy link. Okay, so you have to do nothing, just make a changes. Okay, make click here, just select a deploy from a branch. Okay, and then main choose this main and just click on a save. Okay, after doing that, after some time, after 3 to 4 minutes, you will get one link, and using that link you can able to see your website. Okay, so this is a way. Okay, everyone understood how to deploy. So this is homework. I will check this on next Monday. Please complete one portfolio at least. So if you create one good portfolio, that will be also okay. You can use that portfolio inside your resume. Okay, everyone. So now let's start React. What is React, guys? What is React? The question is, what is React? Please answer as soon as possible in our Q&A section. Okay, great. Open source front-end JavaScript library for building user interface based on UI component. Great. It is used to building user interface and single page application. Okay. Where it will use for the multi-page also. I will tell you why single page is important. It is a library used to build interface and single page application. We can use in multi-page also. Okay. So let's talk about the React. So you already did the intro. React is a popular JavaScript library for building user interface. Okay. So particular for a web application it will use. Okay. Nowadays it also used to make Android development, but that is not compatible. Okay, that is a different subject. So it was developed by Facebook. Okay, JS library. Okay, developed by Facebook. Okay, so in starting they what was the advantage of it? Okay, so in starting days, when something I think all of us is Gen Z. Okay, uh, there is no one in OZ. So in starting of Facebook, you can see when we refresh the pages, okay, then we will get the new content. But today, when you scroll down, you will get some new post. Okay, how it is possible? Because it is built using a React and Facebook is a single page application. That's fine. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. So let's talk about one more example, like Airbnb. Okay. Airbnb. This website also made using React and for front-end development. For front-end, it is built only on a React and a React component based approach. Okay, so this component is different, this component is different. Okay, so it allows Airbnb to build reusable UI component that can be shared across their platform. Okay, how we are calling a reusable? Okay, here I am coming and I will open this page. I will get cozy one VSK and system like this. So this is the one page I am getting, but when I click on this, I am getting the similar page, right? You can compare this thing. I am getting a similar page. Okay. The meaning of this thing, the component of both is same. We just change the element, okay, like image and content. Okay, the element and the component is the same. Okay, so UI is a reusable, component is a reusable. Okay, so this help Airbnb maintain a consistency in user interface and improve the development process by enabling code and reusability and collaboration. Okay, so React allow developer to build reusable UI. Okay, and if you are like it give you the reusable UI, so it will help us to create a modular and scalable application. If it is a very big application, we can simply build it. My screen is shared, right? It is shared. So it is like that. So okay, so this is one thing, okay, and it follow a component based architecture. So their interface is divided into like I divided anywhere. I give something to like build the header only, and I can give this to build someone, and I will give this to build someone. Okay, so like that there is a easy to divide. Okay, so we read down, right? React uses virtual, or what was the last concept? Domain based architecture. Okay, then uses virtual DOM. Okay, React uses virtual DOM. Okay, and to update the render component efficiently when there is a change to application state, the React calculate the difference between the previous one and the new one. Okay, and this approach improve the performance and provide a smoother user interface. You can say this thing, and React also supported declarative syntax. uh, where declarative, if you can see, React take care of updating the actual UI. Okay, React take care of updating the actual UI. Okay, you have to just make changes in the, okay. Okay. So why React instead of another framework? What is advantage of React? So first advantage of this is component based architecture. Second advantage is virtual DOM, that is efficient and optimization. It is not a time taken, right? Then there is one more thing I can see. There is a declarative and reactive program. Everyone, I hope everyone, sorry, declarative and reactive programming. Everyone aware about this. I'll teach you before you start the JS. Okay. So React promote a declarative programming model. Okay, and where developer describe the desired UI state, and React take care of updating the UI to match that state. Okay, so UI developed by uh, if I can say UI abstract by developed by abstracting away the low level detail of a manipulation of what we say DOM. Okay, so you can say React or React native natures ensure that UI automatically update when the underlying data changes. Okay, and then large and active community we having. Okay, so if you're having problem, you can share there, right, in a community. And now it is also used for React native for uh, mobile development. The process is similar, right? Then there is a lot of tools, so we can say yes, ecosystem, we can say ecosystem and tooling. Okay, there is a lot of tool in React. So this is something that is an advantage of using React. Okay, so if someone asks you what is the advantage of using React, you can give example of this. Okay, you can give this point: component based architecture uses virtual DOM, declarative and reactive programming, large and active community, React Native for mobile development, and ecosystem and tooling. Okay, so this should be your answer. Now let's talk about what is meaning of SPA. Okay, single is application. Guys, note it. Take the screenshot of this because these are the question asked in an interview. Okay, so please provide a like this point that is valid. I hope everyone take it. Anyone want to add something here? Any one of you want to add something here? Can we add something here, guys? Any one of you want to add something in advantage of React? There is something to add. No one? Okay. So, what is meaning of single page application? And React is a famous for this thing. Okay. So single page application is a web application that operate within a single web page, you can say, and it will provide you a seamless user experience by dynamically updating the content on the page without requiring a full page reload. Okay, the example of this is this. Okay, this is one single page application. Okay, so I like to Facebook, you can see, you can scroll and scroll, you don't need to scroll down. Okay, so this is so single page application, what it uses, use client side rendering. Okay, what is client side rendering, everyone? Guys, what is client side rendering? This one. Okay, client request to the server and server create a basic HTML and it we called it client. There we write some JS concept, then it will fetch some data from API database, and then we get our final pages that we require. So this is called a client side rendering, right? where we are here. Okay, so it uses client side rendering and utilizes JS framework. Okay, like JS is a library. JS library we can call it framework also. So React, okay, Angular, Vue. So these are some library that used by SP, a single page application. Okay. So what is characteristic advantage of this? First is dynamic content loading. Okay. So see, SPA load the initial HTML or CSS JavaScript asset when application is first accessed. So when like through Ajax and API call happen, it allow the faster and more responsive user experience. I talk about Ajax, okay, asynchronous JavaScript XML during when I explain you the client side rendering, right? So this is the first dynamic content loading. Second is a fluid user experience. Okay. See, there is no reloading, right? It don't have to reload the whole phases. So it will like it is coming, it is coming, it is coming. There is a no loading part. Then you can call it efficient resource management. Okay. So see, it minimizes the data transfer between the client and server by loading only the requiring data component for a given interaction. Okay, so it will load only for that data is required. Okay, that we call a partial loading. So that why it is efficient. Okay, resource management, efficient in a resource management. Okay, and it having a better uh, better performance because interactive is high, right? I write something wrong here. Okay, so how it is a way performance? Same. Okay, we saw efficient resource management and few user experience and dynamic content loading. Okay, so we can call it having a better performance. Then enhance uh, interactivity, we can say. So these two, efficient resource management, fluid user experience, and all these two satisfy the enhanced interactivity, right? Then we having native like fee. Okay. SPA can like provide a native live field application experience by utilizing client-side rendering and incorporating feature like gesture, animation, and transition to make the behavior of native mobile app like React Native. Okay, so this is something. It's important to note that. Single page application have some consideration as well. Okay, so the entire application is loaded initially. Okay, and initial load time can be slower. See, where we see this thing, where we seen this thing, initial time will be time taken, where we seen everyone, where we seen this uh, disadvantage. Client side rendering, right? Their initial load time can be slower. So SPA using client side rendering. So again, that is a simple logic, right? Let's talk about multi-page application. Okay, so what is the meaning of? So a multiple page application is a type of web application architecture where each page is a separate HTML document. Okay, if there is a page, okay, so when you click on a home, if there is home, okay, when you click on a home, you will go to the next page. Okay, so each page is separate. Where each page is a separate HTML document in multi-page application, and each page typically represent a distinct view of functionality of the application. When navigation between the page, the browser load a new HTML. Okay, so this page, when I click here, it is loading. It is MP. Okay, multi-page application. See, this is for this we use SPA. Okay, and on click we use MPA, multi-page application. Okay, so if I talk about MPS, each page typically represents a distinct view of functionality of the application, and when navigation between the pages, the browser load an new HTML document from the server, resulting in a page refresh. Okay, so if I talk about what is the first, separate HTML documents, okay, which with each other. Okay, okay, here should be AI. So full page load, right? Sorry, full page reload. Okay, when you reload something, then you will get, like example is IRCTC. Okay, then it uses simply server side rendering. Okay, here initial load will be fast. Okay, here initial load will be fast, but reload will be slow. Okay, after initial load it will be slow, right? So it decrease the interactivity. We can call limited interactivity. Okay, because from one page, you are going to another page, so it decrease the interactivity. Okay, there is one concern, that is a clear separation concern, right? So what is meaning of that? NDA follow a traditional approach to web development. What is traditional approach? This one, server side interactivity. Server side rendering. We know this is a traditional method. The new method is client side rendering. So it to focus on a specific functionality or content representation. Okay, and this can be lead a clear separation of concern, making it easier to manage and maintain individual page and independently. Okay, so this is a concern. And something important, if we talk about it, used for a long time and continue relevant in a various scenario, especially when content is a heavy. So if it is a heavy website or blog or application, so SEO is, we know, in server side rendering, SEO is very high, right? So initial load performance are crucial for SEO. So it will be high. Search engine optimization in multi-page application is high because we are using a server-side rendering. Basically, you can understand this thing. So I hope everyone able to understand SPA and MPA, and we can use the React in a both. Sometime we can use for MPA also and for SPA also. Okay, so see, there is a no particular one approach. Okay, in a website, in this website, we are using the hybrid of that SPA and MPA, and also the hybrid of server side rendering and uh, client side rendering. Okay, so in a maximum time we have to use a hybrid. Okay, both, but which is better? So single page application is better. Okay, understood? Say yes or no, guys. Understood this concept? Be interactive, everyone. Guys, are you able to understand or not? There, where the mystery. Okay, see. Let's go how to install React.js, how to start working on that. So just search for, here we can search for Node.js. So first Node.js is important. Everyone having this? In his first day, I talk about how to download this. Everyone able to download this Node.js, guys? Is everyone able to download this Node.js? If you don't know how to check it is available in your device or not, just search Node and -v. Okay, Node space -v. You will get this response rather than it will give error if it is not available. So I hope everyone having this, right? Guys, be responsive, say yes or no. There is 95 people. Please give me the thumbs up if you're having this Node.js. Okay. Anyone who don't having this, you cannot able to run the React and JavaScript also if you don't having. Okay. So let's start the search. So let's talk about React first. Open the React website. Okay. So this is a website, the library for the web and native in user interface. What is the meaning of native? Android development. Okay. Okay. So this is a beautiful thing. Okay. And here you can learn quick start. So this is a documentation of React. Okay, it is given how to use and all, right? Everything is available here. So let's start this thing. Okay, So to install this, we will use a different name. We call it Wide. Okay, CRM is we can use a CRM, create a React application that we call a CRM method, but we will use Wide. Okay, this is not deprecated. CRA after some time CRA will deprecate. CRA. Okay. Sorry. That we got create create React app. Okay. This is a CRA method. So we are not using this thing npx create React my app. So this is deprecated. You can use that thing, but this is something that is not in a use properly. Okay, so let's start with a white. Okay, so it is a tool for the web. Okay, and it is for the mini web application. Okay, so just click get started. Okay, and see it is for a JavaScript and TypeScript for both thing, vanilla, Vue, React. Okay, all these things is applicable. So how to install a white? So first npm create white latest we have to do. Okay, so what I can do, I will close this one and I will open this. Okay, so here inside your console, okay, here just copy and paste that npm create white at the rate latest. Okay, just click. Okay, so it is asking need to install the following package, create a white. Okay, okay to proceed. Are you okay to proceed? Yes, click enter RY. Okay, now it is npx create white done. Okay, what should be the name of your project? I will provide client. Okay, so you can also provide a client or what name you want to give, front end client, what you want to give, just provide. Okay, just click enter. Inside that, here we have to choose a React. Okay, here we have to choose React. Okay, then here just select the JavaScript, simple JavaScript. Then we got one folder that having everything. Okay, it give a command now to run. You have to do cd client. Okay, and here you have to do npm I. Okay, for install you can write npm I simply. Just enter. You will able to install the file. Okay, what is required. So before that there is a no node non file. Now it is applicable. Okay, now it is available, right? So it we are able to install now. Just you have to give a command npm run, right? Date. cd client, why we write cd client? To change the directory. Okay, npm I to install the package, npm run date to start this application. Okay, so just after clicking this, I am able to install. My app is running here. Just follow. Congratulations, guys! We are able to create a first React application, right? We are able to create a first React application. Okay, everyone. Everyone now everyone know the process. Everyone knows the process, or I have to repeat this thing. Everyone know the process how to install, or I have to repeat this thing once again? Understood everyone? Say yes or no. Okay, so this is an important thing. So let's close this thing. We don't require this thing. I will delete, sorry, close other tab, and I will close this. Now let's came here. Okay, inside a client folder. What is there? What will be there? So here we having a client folder. Inside first we can see node module. Okay, so what is use of a node module? So node module is contain the project dependency. Okay, node module contain the whole dependency and all the library files. Okay, this folder contains the all project dependency installed via npm yarn or npm I what we did, right? So it is usually managed automatically by the package manager, right? Then there is a public folder, and this folder contains a public asset of asset and the. So the meaning of that, if you are like keep some content here or some photo here, basically we store some images here. So you can able to fetch from all where. Okay, you can able to fetch from all where in at any place from any folder in this client. Okay, if it is in this client, you can able to fetch this from every, import this from every folder. Okay, now let's open the src. Here you having asset. So basically not there. Here we kept the images now. Okay, here we kept the images. Okay, then here we having app.jsx. Okay, so this folder, okay, this is the main component of your application. Okay, and we have to make changes only here. It serves as a container component, and if you make changes in this file, then it will reflect to the browser, this browser where we are looking at. Okay, this browser. Okay, so when you like remove this thing, everything from here, now everything will remove here, right? It is a blank now. So this is a container where you have to make changes. Okay, now let's talk about man.jsx. So man.jsx is a something that is a entry point of our React project application, and it render the root component, that is a app. Okay, we talk about what is the meaning of render. So it is a render this thing. Okay, inside that we keep the component. Okay, so here we can create a mini folder like a component, pages, okay, and style and asset to store the this used to static access images and all, font or other thing. Okay. When we having a git node, okay, so this file is specify which file and direction should be ignored by the version. Okay, here if I write a node module, it will ignore the node module when I post on the GitHub. Okay, now let's talk about index.html. Okay, so this is a main HTML that render our main file, that is a main.jsx. Okay, and we give a type module here. Okay, and when we follow this, if I run this, okay, if I run this page, I will get the, okay, this blank. Okay, so this is the page that is responsible for showing the whole pieces. Okay, this is the something, this is the HTML page, okay, that is responsible, which serve as an entry point for your React application, and you can place your fav icon, static image and other asset inside inside this folder. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is a very important thing. So here you are having packet.json file. Okay, this file contains the project configuration. Okay, like a name, okay, version and type. Okay, we talk about a type, module type and common JS is a two type, yes module and common JS is a two type of module. Yesterday we talked about that. Then it will give the script, it take a script. Okay, so we are running this dev, then we are able to run this white project. Okay, and when I run npm run build, then it will build our project. Okay, so this is a something, okay, that is a script. Then we having a dependency. So if you install something, it will contain the dependencies here, and it's general updated automatically by the package manager. Okay, this dependency. Okay, on the basis of this. Okay, then we having the readme. Let's talk about this packet log JSON. Okay, so if what is use of that? It take the current version of your dependency. Basically, it take current version of your dependency. Basically, so this is use of packet log JSON here. Then if I talk about the readme file, so this file usually contain the project documentation and instruction and other information or comment you want to give, you can keep here. Okay, and if I talk about this white config, so this is import React to white, like plugin React. So it is export default defined plugin. So plugin, I talk about a plugin, right? So this uh, take care of plugin, that is just setting. Okay, so I talk about in JavaScript, advantage of JavaScript. It is used to write a plugin. Okay, plugin is something that configures someone's. Okay, any doubt, guys, in any file? I hope everyone understand now the meaning of all folders. Okay, if you're not able to understand, you can go here. Wait. You can follow this website. Okay, and then you can click on a React. And now you will able to know about this thing, everything. Okay, like this. So you can ask here about if I talk about with the app. So here it is talking about white. Okay. So what is the meaning of white? Okay. So you can give your command. Okay. Like what is a white file here? You have to first sign in, then you can able to use this thing. Okay. I'm not going to do that. Explore this by yourself. Okay, everyone. And on a click of get started, you can sign up and you can create your uh, account here, and then you can able to use that thing. Okay, understood everyone? Anyone having any doubt in any file? Can I continue from here? Can I start JSX? Can we start writing the codes here? Understood everyone? Anyone having any doubt? Okay, so let's talk about the JSX. Okay. Okay, so JS, XML, right? JavaScript, XML, extensible markup language. So this is a syntax extension for JavaScript used in a React, and React is used to describe the structure. Okay, React is used to describe the structure and content of user interface, and it allow you to write. It allow you to write HTML like code within the JS file. Okay, within the JS file, it will allow you to make some HTML like code. Okay, and JSX provide a way to define. Okay, uh, it provide way to define and compose. We can say compose React component. Okay, so if I give you some example, okay, so we can take this. Can remove this thing and this thing also, right? If I write h1 here, hello world, right? It is same as HTML we seen earlier. Uh, where it is? I'm getting hello world, right? So the rules of writing a React. Okay, let's talk about rules of writing the JSX. Okay, so what is the rule there? First, you have to import the React, okay, from React module. Okay, so if you can see in this folder, we are uh, importing this thing. Okay, so now it is important in a CRA. This point I tell you, but if I remove this, okay, it will still working. Okay, it will still working. Okay, it is working. No, actually, we can remove this also. Okay, so if I remove this also, and we can see this thing. Okay, it's still working, right? So rule number one, import is now not important. This is not important, you can speak, but it is in a rule. Okay, then we define the functional component called greeting using JSX, and like uh, here we define this app.jsx, and inside that we returning something. Okay, and what we returning? Some XML, right? So inside the return statement we write HTML like tags. Okay, so such as a h1, or we can also write a div here. Okay, so similarly right. So here we can write. Okay, so we define a functional component. We have to define the functional component. Then you have to make a return, and each inside that you can able to write the UI. Okay, that we call HTML like structure. Okay, this is the JSX actually. So JSX tag can include the attribute similar to HTML. It is similar to HTML, but it will be little bit different. Okay, from last HTML and CSS, it can be different. So okay, then we can write a JSX expression to represent any to access any data. Okay, so if I write here something like const and name equal to, okay, apche. Yeah, apche. If I write this thing and then I want to print this thing, okay, inside a h1. So simply using this bracket, I can write a name simply, and I will able to print the apche here. Right, hello world apche. Right, I'm getting this. So this is something. Okay, so this is the expression. We call this expression here. Okay, and in within we can interpolate a JavaScript variable or expression within a JSX as a showing. Okay, so this is how you can write. So let's make a subcomponent. So first rule is import a JS. So in now white it is not important. In CRS it will be important. So I will make a one folder that name is a component. Okay, inside components, I will create some my component. Okay, so okay, my component dot jsx. So first here you have to capitalize the first letter of a file name. Okay, so you have to capitalize this file name. Okay, make write in a capital letter. And then we require something. We already told you about that. You have to install ES7. Okay, you have to install this folder, and after installing, if you write RFCE, and if you enter, you can able to make one component. Okay, now we are able to make one component. So first, this is not important. This is not important. You can remove this thing, and it will still it is working. Okay, so here you can write hello, how are you. Okay, here we having also a self-closing tag. Okay, so right, so it will having a self-closing tag like in main.jsx we having this for app having a self-closing tag. Okay, and we can use a curly braces for a name. Okay, then there should be one root element. Okay, so JSX require a single root element to like insulate the all. So this element, my component, will represent everything, and we are exporting this thing. So to import, it is easy. Okay, so if you are a multiple import, so in a single thing we can wrap up this. Okay, so in a single my component, I am sharing everything. Okay, here, so you have to write everything inside your component, if it is a functional component or anything else. Okay, and here you can use a CSS also. You can use a class name. Okay, and class name. Okay, and here you can provide everything, and you can target this element like we did earlier in previous one. In HTML CSS, so you can use this thing. Let's talk about import and export. So here, this is how you can export. Okay, if you don't default, you have to use a curly braces we seen earlier. So I'm using default, export default my component, and here you go. Here we will import that thing, so you can write import. Okay, my component. Okay, so here it is my component, and here you have to provide a path. Okay, so I provide the path of the component, and if you write something inside that my component, okay, and it having a self closing tag, so I will get this output. Okay, hello, how are you. Okay, that I written here inside this. Okay, hello, how are you, I am getting there. Okay, so this is a way to import and export the component. Okay, there is a many way to import and export. Okay, like by default, before default, you can also import here also, we seen earlier. So here you can also export, right? You can write export simply, and you, if you want to use a default, you can use, okay, export default function my component. It will be working, I hope. Yeah, it is working, but if there is a no default, it will not work, I think so. It is still working in a React. So yeah, see, it's not working. So here you have to use curly bracket. If you uh, didn't use default thing, so now it is working, right? So it is better thing that doing this, okay, doing using curly braces. Simply mention here default, okay, default. So simple mention here default, then it will work properly. So this is export and import, okay. There is a one more concept that I have to discuss, okay, so don't bore here. So I have to talk about one more thing that is very important, that is paper, okay. This is a good question. So Babel is a popular JavaScript compiler. Okay, it is also a compiler, and that commonly used in a modern web development, including a React.js. Okay, it is used in a React.js. Okay, Babel is a JavaScript compiler and it is used in a React.js, and it allows developer to write a code using the latest JavaScript feature and syntax. So it may not be supported by the all browser and then transpiler, okay, that code into the equivalent code that can run in older and less feature rich environment. But Babel is often used in a conjunction with a tool like Webpack, okay, Webpack tools like Webpack, okay, and CRA, create React application to automate the process of compiling and bundling the JavaScript code. Okay, so some key feature of Babel are JavaScript next support. Here we go. Okay, so JavaScript next support. Uh, So what is it? Babel enable JavaScript to write code using latest JavaScript. Okay, so it enable React to write latest JS. Okay, so only Babel or give us the functionality such as arrow function, classes, template, literals, and more. What we ever seen in a ES6. Okay, everything we can able to write in a JavaScript with the help of only Babel. Okay, then it having a plugin system. Okay, so you can see this plugin. Okay, this is for the Babel actually. So Babel has a rich ecosystem of plugin that can add extended capability. These plugin allow developer to enable specific transformation. Okay, like apply custom syntax and integrate with other tools and framework. Okay, so we can use this thing like a React Native is an example. Okay, then with the help of that, it support JS6. Okay, with the help of that inside a React, we can able to write the JS6. Okay, so we will play a crucial role to transforming JS6 syntax, which is used in a React for defining component. It convert uh, it convert JS6, okay, code into JS6 into plain JS code. Okay, JavaScript function car. Okay, and making it compatible within the browser. Okay, browser is a compiler that can execute the JavaScript. So it ensures that React component can be rendered properly. Okay, and if developer want to experience variable, enhance the developer experience by enabling the usage of cutting edge JavaScript feature and syntax features. Okay, so this is a variable. It is the compiler of React, you can say. Okay, so this allow us to write the so may I can see one time SPA MPA example. Okay. I will manage. Uh, Take a screenshot of this. Done. Now you can take a screenshot of this. Which is not clear. Uh, Bhargavi, what is not clear? Bhargavi, what is not clear? Which concept is not clear, Bhargavi? Can you tell me? My screen is not clear. Bhargavi. What is not clear, Bhargavi? Okay, sir. Uh, it was not clear. What was not clear? Okay, screen. Okay. If it is clear now, you can take now. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this and then this. Okay. Uh, okay, so tomorrow I will start the virtual DOM. Okay, and this is about a variable. Okay, it is a compiler and it uses a big webpack and CRA come through that, and it enable the React write to the latest JS. Okay, it having a plugin system that allow us to write a okay write something, and it support the JSX. It convert JSX into the plain JS function. Okay, so that's how our we are able to write a write inside a JS file. We can able to write this okay HTML structure with the help of variable. Tomorrow I will start a virtual now. Before that, if you are having doubt, let me know here. Can we wind up here? Can we wind up here at this point? Tomorrow there is a full session dedicated to the React, and after tomorrow also React, and I hope 2 3 days enough for React. Done, guys. Can we wind up here? Anyone having any doubt? Uh, If something is not clear, you can see the video. Okay, once again. I think now the video will be applicable. Sorry, available. So you can like if you don't know about a DOM and you don't know the previous session, what was the previous session, you can search for yesterday session. So you will be clear. Okay. Thank you everyone. I hope this will be the knowledgeable session. Tomorrow we will start the real. Okay, and this is your homework to build a portfolio using the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is for you, for your development. Okay, so for whole week, this will be your homework. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.